guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're here in the garage area at Daytona, officially for the Rolex 24-hour race, but you know what? There's other races that take place, and this Michelin Challenge Cup Series is really one of those races where they take the cars that you and I could buy and turn them into works of art like this, and then take them out onto the track to really show all that great engineering that has been done. One brand that knows racing inside and out is gonna be Porsche. And new for 2022 is gonna be this 911, what am I saying, 911? Scratch that, everybody says 911. It's the 718 GT4 RS Clubsport. But before we get into this GT4 RS Clubsport, let's talk about what's going on here. So like I mentioned, people know Porsche, they think 911, but there is a car, the Cayman 718, that really is the true essence of that ultimate sports car and race car, because guess what? The engine is in the middle. Now Porsche shocked the world at the LA Auto Show just a couple months ago with the road-going GT4 RS. That takes the 718, takes the GT4, and then adds that extra performance that many people crave. And remember, it's not just about performance from the engine, but also the complete components all around this vehicle. Now what's awesome is, I'm here as a guest with Team TGM and their GT4 RS Clubsport. The great news is you could actually purchase one of these cars yourselves. It comes as a turnkey from the factory, and you could go and do the track business here at Daytona, Watkins Glen, Laguna Seca, wherever you're at. This could be the day that you make it happen. So what I want to find out with this review is, has Porsche done enough, and is it worth the price to go with this GT4 RS Clubsport? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and check out basically this 718 on steroids. Right off the bat, you're gonna see it and you're gonna say, hey, that looks familiar. And that's what I love about this series. These cars are gonna be so close to what those street-going cars are all about. Now, as we come around the bend, you'll notice that they're ready for their race. Their race is gonna happen in about an hour from now. So that's why the wheels are off. The car is up on the stands to show what's going on. Now, at the front of the business, everything is gonna be from your GT4 RS you could buy on the street. You got your headlights. They do race in darkness, so you got your LED projector beam headlight, all the blacked out on the interior. Working your way down, you're gonna have the enlarged corner air intakes to help drag air into those heat exchangers. Now, one thing you'll notice, what they added are the extra dive planes, the canards. This actually helps produce extra downforce at speed to help with the handling on already what's an awesome, amazing chassis setup. You'll notice the front splitter extension, how it comes out, and then that's gonna help stop air from going underneath the vehicle and get air to all those inner bits and channel the air around the vehicle, especially on the high banks at Daytona. Now, as we come across the front, love the classic style. You'll see those pieces that come from the factory, GT4 RS, prominently displayed on this massive splitter. And remember, when we say RS, we're talking about Rennsport. That means racing sports. So this is all hand-built, hand-assembled in Germany, in Stuttgart, and then you purchase it and can go take it to the track. It actually has built-in air suspension jacks to get the car up and down. Like I said, right now it's sitting on these jack stands so that the mechanics can do their business to get it ready. Going up onto the front, you'll notice the NACA ducts. What's awesome about these NACA ducts is that they produce nice airflow, but there's plenty of air to get in those inner bits to give you that great aerodynamic efficiency coming around the bend. Of course, when we're looking at a car like this, you're gonna get increased braking capability. So you'll notice the rotors that we have, supersized, that pizza-sized rotor. These are slotted, fully ventilated, and then you have that massive 6-piston caliper with the Porsche name. Love the style. You'll see all the adjustability in the suspension. Everything can be set up, your camber, your caster, the whole 9 yards, and then you'll also see how that air gets blown onto the brake rotors for cooling. That's from the hood where those NACA ducts reside. Being a GT4 RS Clubsport, you're gonna get, of course, larger rotors, that special pad material and all the adjustability. And then on the fender here, you're gonna notice these vents. Now, one of the bad things about high-speed racing is that air could be trapped inside the fender well. This is gonna help alleviate that air to help produce the downforce and not give us a ton of drag. It's one thing to put wings all over it, but wings are gonna produce a lot of drag. They developed this with Porsche at the factory, and like I said, you could buy this just like Team TGM has and have that, and that's just like it is on the GT4 RS for the street. Coming down the side, of course you're gonna run full mirrors. This isn't a class where you strip the exterior, you're gonna have full mirrors. That classic 718 silhouette. Many people obviously underrate the 718 because the engine is truly in the middle of the chassis. It actually has better weight distribution, better handling than the mighty 911. But working our way towards the rear, you can see how on the rear quarter, you're gonna have your air intake up top to bring air for that naturally aspirated flat four. You're talking about 8,000 plus RPM, all the way up to 9,000 RPM. Down below, you're gonna have the air that is gonna be brought in. We have the GT4 badge on the side, the flat black, working towards the rear. And then as we come around the back, you're gonna get this massive swan neck. Now what's interesting is that I remember first seeing these types of wings at Le Mans, and people were like, wow, does that work? This swan neck style actually cuts down on drag, but still gives us massive downforce with the end plates, full carbon fiber. You got your gurney flap, which remember was developed by Dan Gurney. That's why they call it the gurney flap in the back, or the wicker bill, to give us that downforce. Air coming off the back. You got the Porsche name, just like your factory GT4 RS, your LED taillights, and then working it all the way down, that rear diffuser with the exhaust on both sides, really showcasing that sound, that nice naturally aspirated sound. But speaking of sound, let's pop the rear hatch area and check out our flat 6 4.0 engine. All right guys, just like your GT4 RS at home that you're gonna have, same story. The rear engine hatch opens and you'll notice massive large plastic cover. Look at how that air gets channeled from the corners to that flat 6, that 4-liter engine taken from the 911 GT3 system. What are we looking at though? We are looking at extra horsepower. So you're looking at 500 horsepower, RPMs boosted up to 8,300 RPM, but remember you have a red line of 9,000 RPM, 343 pound-feet of torque, and you get a 7-speed PDK transmission, fast shifting, lower on the weight. If you're wondering, well Joe, what about price? So we're looking at this, you can see the adjustment for the rear shock absorbers, the cage. This is how it comes from the factory. You got all the ECU technology, the interior. Let's see the interior real quick. We're gonna show off the business end as we come over here. I'm gonna open up the door and Lori's gonna showcase all the work that they've done with the steering, carbon fiber. I mean, it actually has your factory stocks there for your turn signals and lights, your digital dash, everything's set up for racing. The cost, if you're wondering, well Joe, how much is this? You're looking at $299,000 MSRP for this GT4 RS Clubsport. But remember, that is full turnkey, ready to race, and then you get your team and you could be here at Daytona just like them. All right guys, we're on the Daytona International Speedway road course. It's 3.56 miles coming off the tri-oval into turn 1. Very, very wide. Lots of room for passing, but you'll notice it's gonna tighten up. You really don't wanna go more than 2 cars wide through this kink. You have the pit wall to your left there, and now we're heading into the International Horseshoe. Has been reconfigured over the years. You hit your apex, and then now you're gonna let the car unwind all the way out under the curbing and just be full on throttle as we approach a portion of the track known as the dog leg. It's a quick left transition going towards the second horseshoe
on the infield road course here at Daytona International Speedway, unwinding the vehicle, unwinding that wheel, and then now back on throttle for some very hard braking into a left-hand turn, which is gonna take us onto the NASCAR banking. So you're gonna aim the car straight for the wall where it says Daytona International Speedway, run it all the way up, and then let the car kind of gravity bring you down to the double yellow line. The banking at Daytona is 31 degrees through NASCAR turn 1 and 2. Let the wheel unwind, and now you're gonna take a quick breath, maybe loosen your grip, because you're gonna have to tighten it back down for hard on the brakes for the bus stop chicane. It's a very fast left, right, and then straighten it out, and then back to the right, and a quick left, which brings you on to NASCAR turn 3. Flat out, this is of course gonna be one of the fastest sections of the track as you are going through the gearbox, approaching that start-finish line where we started at the tri-oval with that setup to give you that maximum space. And this is the thing, you have to run a car that has fast top speed, but also downforce for the twisty bits here at Daytona.
All right, guys, it's been one heck of a day here at Daytona. I definitely want to thank the whole team for allowing us access to this 2022 Porsche 718 GT4 RS Clubsport. As you can see, Porsche does the business on many different levels, and with Team TGM, they take that car and are able to race on tracks around the country. But let me know what you think about the price. And then, of course, if you want to keep seeing footage like this, hit that subscribe button, come back for more. If you're new to the channel, you're going to enjoy it. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raitis Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you, click that link in the description, get yourself some Raitis Rise merch. Gotta thank Queen of the Camera, Lori, working it like a champ. Thank you so much, Lori, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.